I've been working on observational skills, and I want to take you through something called Spot the Anomaly. It's a method that I've been trying to refine and practice myself. You have some other videos on this channel about the grid method of searching an area in order to spot a treasure or to discover things or just to see things more clearly, or if you were actually on some kind of rescue mission, it could be useful, and people use that a lot. But I'm going to talk about the Spot the Anomaly, and this is really helpful when you're searching an area. I understand that some people actually in the police force and others are trained in this, and I'm not going to go into that great and formal of a way, but I will highlight some concepts, some ideas that are pretty valuable here. So this is training yourself to look for outliers, to look for things that are inconsistent when you're walking around in an area. You're looking for maybe hidden clues if you were on a treasure hunt. So we've all had this, though, where you walk right past something that you're looking for, or you walk right past something that doesn't belong, and maybe it has a clue that leads you to the next place. So how do people get better at noticing the anomalies in an area, whether it's an area you're familiar with or one that you are in every single day? And there are 5. Yes, I use 5 in almost every video, but there are 5 tips that I've been working on myself I wanted to share with you. The first one is what's called slow scanning, where when you're observing a space, you literally want to slow your eyes and pause for at least 3 or 4 or 5 seconds per area. Kind of teach yourself to just look, and then you'll look at the next area and just attend to it and just kind of let your eyes sort of gaze in that area and look at it in more discrete areas. It fits very well when you're doing a grid search approach, and you can see the other video on that if you want to know more. But this shows that rushing, it just blinds you to anomalies. If you're just kind of scanning the room like you're in a rush or you're in a hurry, that's the last thing you want to do if you're trying to find your keys, for example. So you want to just do a 3 to 5 second scan, pay attention, notice as much as you can, and then go to the next area. Second one is to baseline the area mentally. So before you start looking for details, just take a moment, walk into the larger space, and just say, what looks normal? And what looks a little bit different? So it's the big picture. You're just going to kind of get a general sense of the space and just take a moment and kind of get that in your mind's eye. The third one is to actually ask the question now, what doesn't belong? So you want to challenge yourself to spot one thing that seems out of place. Actually assume that something doesn't belong and that something is not something is out of place, and look for it with the assumption that it actually is there and it's out of place. And you will notice things if you train yourself to do this. You'll notice that there are multiple things out of place when initially you didn't think there was anything out of place. I know it sounds simple, but this builds your anomaly detection skills, observational skills, if you do this. Now, these ideas sometimes seem so basic, but it's the practice of them that makes all the difference. You can't just watch a video and tuck these away in your mind and feel like you're going to be a better observer. You actually have to practice each of these. And the fourth one is to practice pattern interruption drills. So in an everyday setting, you deliberately look for inconsistencies. And you're going to, you want to actually just, as you're going through your day anywhere, not like when you're only on the hunt, but everywhere you go, you're just going to kind of pause and say, where are the anomalies? What's irregular? What are the sounds that don't fit? What are the sights that don't fit? What are the items that are here and I don't think they belong here? Maybe it's trash, whatever it is. But just make a daily habit of doing this over and over again. Put in 5, 10, 15 reps a day so that when you actually get on the search, you have taught your brain to look for those things. Because if you just wait till you're doing the search every so often, that's like exercising once every 2 weeks. And that probably might lead to injury more than health benefits if it were a physical thing. And then the fifth one is to review missed details after the fact. So if you're working on a treasure hunt or a puzzle or a task, or even in your daily experiences or other things that are going on, after the fact, after maybe the anomalies have presented themselves, someone else found them, you want to jot them down and record them and identify them. Even though you missed them and they've been identified by someone else, you want to make a record of that. So it brings your attention to the fact that there are things right in front of you that you miss. And by bringing that to your attention, it's going to make you more aware and prompt you to look for those anomalies a little bit more closely. Now, I'm working on this alongside all of you. These observational skills are ones that are really enhancing not just my kind of gameplay treasure hunting, but like my everyday life and my work life, and just walking into new spaces and appreciating places and noticing beauty and nuances in areas that I just kind of missed before. I still lack the observational skills of many people who are really great at this, but I am learning alongside all of you, and I hope you find these 5 tips helpful. They're definitely helping me.